Okay, good morning, everybody. It's Colleen and my sister Mary.
Hi, everybody.
And welcome to Folklore and Superstitions. Today, we have some stuff going on. We are going to talk about the Skunk Ape of Florida. So, I have a whole outline here in front of me, and I totally skipped over everything. But we're learning as we go. So, I think I talked about this. I wanted to do a podcast for a while. And I was thinking the conversations in our house would be enough material, don't you think?
I think it would, really.
Okay. But I thought I would be better at researching different things and giving me something to do during COVID. Because, of course, the percentages are going up. So, maybe a while. So, what topic would it be? True crime, too much work. And I would imagine too intense after a while. So one day I was loading the dishwasher and I thought to myself, folklore and superstitions. And I went with it, Mary.
I know, I remember that day. It was crazy.
So now the discussions begin. Okay, like I said in the beginning, this topic is going to be the skunk ape. All right. Have you heard about this, Mary?
You know, I hadn't until you mentioned it to me. And I did Google a little bit, but I really don't know anything about it. So, you know, I'll just interject with questions.
Okay, good. So, I posted this in our group, and of course we have a group, Folklore and Superstitions, as well as a page, Folklore and Superstitions, so please, on Facebook, and please like or add whatever you do there. So, but my niece Patricia, who basically grew up in Florida, I was like in my 20s when I moved down here. So Trisha was in grade school probably at that point.
Yeah, fourth grade.
And growing up here, she has known of many people, knows of many people who know about this. I think one person she worked with has seen it, or thought she'd seen it, camping in the Everglades. So that I thought was pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Okay, Mary Ellen? Mary?
Yes.
I'm just asking, is that okay?
That's perfect.
So all right. So the skunk ape is described as an ape-like animal creature. The skunk ape lives in the swamps of the southeast United States, most commonly found in Florida. So I'm thinking that this is the original Florida man. So you know that there's a whole website and meme about all the newscasts that says Florida man found naked and drunk. Florida man.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Stealing a wheelchair, whatever.
Usually
Lovely.
They started out somewhere else, but they all do tend to come
right,
here.
Because we are the gift that keeps giving. So think Bigfoot, Sasquatch, but shorter. With long, patchy, as described, with long patchy hair on the shoulders like an orangutan, rusty color, and pale around the eyes, and a foul odor.
Is that why they call it a skunk?
Yes, but I thought it was.
Does it smell like a skunk, or is it just smell bad and they just reference?
I think it's skunk-like.
Oh,
yeah.
I wonder if it sprays. Does it spray?
Doesn't spray. So some history about the skunk ape. He has been part of Florida, Georgia, and Alabama folklore since the settlers. Some Seminole and Muskogee. How do you say that, Mary?
Muskogee?
No, the Indians.
Isn't it Muskogee?
No.
I don't know.
Mississippi. Okay. I'll get there. Indians have had sightings and stories from their ancestors. Okay. There's a Seminole myth that tells the story of a very similar animal, foul-smelling, physically powerful, reclusive animal called the Kaki, which translates to cannibal giant.
Ooh, cannibal.
Yeah, but I didn't read anything about that. All I read was they like lima beans. Whatever.
Ew, I hate lima beans.
I know. One of the earliest reports was in 1818 in what is now called Apalachicola. The report read a man-sized monkey or ape raiding food stores and stalking fishermen. So maybe they are... Well, okay.
Did they eat them? They just stalked them. They didn't go after them?
No, I'm wondering if they went after the fish, so maybe they're not cannibals, more vegan.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Pescatarian, if you will.
Okay. So sightings for the skunk ape goes from Apalachicola, which is North Florida, Panama City. I did not know that. Then south to the Everglades. More of the sightings that I read about and other, in trying to speak to people, it was because we're closer to the Everglades. So there's an article on Gulf Shore Life that lima beans are the preferred food for skunk apes. Lima beans.
You have to eat a lot of them to be full.
But I don't know how you would know that. Okay. So, I thought the odor came from swamp cabbage. Did you know that there's a big swamp cabbage festival?
Yes, I did know that.
Where is that? Arcadia? Out that way, LaBelle?
I thought it was in the Everglades, like right before the Everglades. Okay. Maybe LaBelle or Arcadia, just like you said.
Okay, so swamp cabbage is an old Florida cracker. That'll be a whole nother episode about the crackers. Favorite vegetable obtained from the heart of cabbage palm, which is the official state tree of Florida. So typical. We need to move back.
We do.
The plant is known by such other names as palmetto palm, sable palm, and swamp cabbage tree. Some thought of probably more so the reason is some about the odor is the Florida heat. I would smell too if I hid in the Everglades and covered in fur. I smell when I sit on my porch in August. So
like
really,
now.
yeah,
it's
August. Very hot here, and I apologize in advance. We're out on the porch, but if the air conditioner kicks on, we are going to keep going. So the other thing I found is that there's this gentleman named Dave Sheely who grew up in the big cypress preserve in his backyard. This is where he and his brother spotted the skunk ape. He continued to be an activist with the big cypress preserve. Now, where is that? That's the Everglades, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He has become a conservationist. I cannot read for the preserve and future generations. So, according to an article in the Smithsonian magazine, this is his story of seeing the skunk ape. Dave was out deer hunting with his older brother Jack in the swamp behind his house, in what is now the Big Cypress National Preserve, when he encountered the ape.
Why didn't he shoot it?
Well, it was walking across the swamp, and his brother spotted it first, but he couldn't see it over the grass. It wasn't tall enough, Sheely says. Or he wasn't tall enough. My brother picked me up and saw it about 100 yards away. We were just kids, but we'd heard about it and knew for sure what we were looking at. It looked like a man completely covered with hair. Okay. So this is interesting. The legislation, you're going to have to help me with this. Reports of the skunk ape were particularly common in the 60s and 70s. In 1974, sightings of the large, foul-smelling, hairy ape creature, which ran upright on two legs, were reported in suburban neighborhoods of Dade County in Florida. In 1977, after a rash of sightings by dozens of eyewitnesses across several Florida counties, a failed-to-pass bill was proposed. You gotta love Florida. It didn't pass, okay? Was proposed to the state legislature to make it illegal to take, possess, harm, or molest anthropoids or humanoid animals.
Wow.
Gotta love Florida.
Only in Florida.
Yep. Okay, so then we have skeptics. Skeptical investigator Joe Nickel has written that some of the reports may represent sightings of the black bear, or is likely other sightings are hoaxes or misidentifications of wildlife. I don't know. The
black bear, well, they can stand up, but they don't walk standing up. They stand up when they're gonna.
Right. And we see them. The black bears are all over, Collier County.
Shy. They come
exactly.
Out.
When they get hungry, they are in garbage cans in Collier County.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, folklore and popular culture. The skunk ape has been widely adopted across South and Southern Florida as a mascot for the Florida wilderness and rural culture.
It's a mascot?
Yep. The cryptide, which is an animal whose existence is unsubstantiated, has appeared in numerous roadside businesses and a transaction, television commercials, and signs. So get this, Mary. This is what Trisha was talking about. During the COVID pandemic, Several Florida businesses have used the skunk ape's reported foul smelling, given incentive to remain at a distance and evasive nature to promote social distancing.
I remember that it's being used like a gas to keep people away from each other.
I guess. I don't know.
During the pandemic. I read that somewhere.
Yeah. So then, for those who are local or not local who are going to be here, there is a Skunk Ape Festival, Mary.
When is it?
It's on July 10th, probably for a couple of days, a weekend, and it's in Lakeland.
I want to go. Do you want to go? Let's go.
I don't know if this. I don't do well with smells.
Lakeland is far.
Yeah. So
but it would be interesting.
Yeah, so
we could go to Lakeland one day and Disney the next day.
You think that restaurant is open in Disney?
Yeah.
The one that, not in Disney, but the big buffet?
Oh, the lobster buffet? Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Okay. Oh, put your eyes back in your socket, Mary.
I love that place.
Okay, so that is it on the Skunk Ape. What do you think? Thoughts?
Wow, I don't know.
I would like to believe it's true because basically it's supporting an economy.
It's probably true. Or like you said, imaginary to support the economy. But I think that, skeptics just are in a box. I think sometimes there are things that are true outside the box.
Yeah.
So, it all just depends on how open-minded or closed-minded you are, but I believe it's probably true. What about you, Colleen?
I would like to believe it's true. I would like to believe that there's some stuff, like we don't know it all. We don't know all that's out there. I don't believe that every patch of earth has been walked on.
Right.
So we don't know.
Right.
It could be. There could be a community. The Everglades are known.
It could be like an ancient, like a really old animal that's almost extinct that just hides where there aren't any people. And every once in a while, someone catches a glance of it.
Right. Because there's the panthers.
I don't know how they know they like lima beans.
That I do not know where that came
weird
from.
To me because lima beans are awful, like really.
Well,
awful.
also they'd have to grow here.
They do grow here.
Do they?
They can grow beans here.
Well, it would have to grow naturally because
but
if this
we don't know because nobody goes where they are, so they could be like wild lima.
That's what
beans.
I'm saying. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Sorry.
Exactly. It's okay. So that's this week's. Do you have any stories you want to share? Pop culture?
No, I think I didn't find anything new this week.
No, Mary?
No.
It's been a rough week for the COVID recoverers around here.
I went back to work since, I haven't been working since January, and then I had COVID since June, and then I had COVID in January, and then I worked one day last week, and, it damn near killed me. I don't know if I'm going to do it again. But that's it.
That's it? Kind of a crazy week here. It's getting hot. We are still working on our diamond paintings. What else you got? Nothing?
Nothing really.
Kind of boring, huh?
Nothing really, no.
Yeah. All right, so in the meantime, look for, I don't know what the next topic is going to be, but I'm leaning towards, superstitions at weddings.
Oh, that would be fun.
So I'll be working on that, and look for something towards next weekend for our next episode. In the meantime, please like, share, subscribe on whatever platform you listen to. This is developed through Spreaker. We have a Facebook page and a group, both Folklore and Superstitions. And please ask to join or like or whatever. Share if you have any information. It's all greatly appreciated. We continue to have people listen, which is great. It's very exciting to see the numbers tick up. So anyway, that's our story. Be good, be kind, wash your hands, and you'll hear us next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.